Well, hello, you wonderful mother truckers, you, and welcome to another video. Right then, so by now, I'm recording this before it actually is unleashed upon the public, or the 300 odd people who watch my videos on a regular basis. The video about Charlie Kirk and the fact that the kid they arrested, who was the shooter on the roof to the front, is not the guy who actually did pull the trigger and assassinate, murder Charlie in cold blood. It's one of those moments of reality check, I guess. Now, obviously, with that, it raises a lot of questions. Who was the other shooter, and why was it done? And then when I saw Charlie's memorial, where his wife said that we should be like a bit more like Jesus, and her faith, where Jesus, when assassinated, said on the cross, forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they have done. I get it. And she said we shouldn't respond with hate to hate, we should respond with love. And I'm sure a lot of people are sort of going this, that and the other. Now, it's been announced that Jimmy Kimmel will be back on the air. Now, if anyone is shocked or surprised by that, the left will claim it's their boycotts, which is a load of rubbish. It's been less than a few days. And also, his show was only getting around about 120,000 views. So it's not the greatest thing. But the left will never give up. Okay, they will keep their mouthpieces, their puppets in employment to push the message across. A message of hate. A message of dehumanising their opponents. And cancel culture, which they're finally getting a taste of their own medicine from, has done what it's done. And it's sort of demonstrated to the left that when they were warned about this monster that they were creating, it was going to come and bite them in the ass, and it promptly has. But my rising concern is the fact that Charlie's murder, some are going, oh, it's a rise of, it's a rise of Christian values. Is it? Because if it's a rise of Christian values and everybody's getting back in touch with Christianity, why none of you being Christian? Now, I know some people are saying, and I've said it myself, that it's changed everything. The time for turning the cheek has changed, but that's what they want. You see, the leftist playbook, the communist playbook, the socialist playbook, the Fabians, or whatever you want to lump these people into, a group of, their best tactic is to use our moral compass and our emotions against us. That's their playbook. That's why calling you a racist, etc., was done, because it was a way of appealing to your moral code and make you shut up because you didn't want to be called a racist. And here we go again. You see, by murdering Charlie, whoever did it, has got the left exactly what they wanted, which is us responding with moral outrage, emotional response. And righteously, I understand this, but they've got what they want. The firing of Jimmy Kimmel was a PR stunt, so they could stage a faux protest, and then, which was the plan all along, bring Jimmy back, and they'll go, yay, we're good with the left, our protests work. You see, We are, without doubt, being played like a fiddle. And they know that. They know exactly what to do. They know how to put us in a position where it makes them look like they win. Which is a stark reality check, but the truth. You see, now they can point the finger at us and go, see, told you we're all fucking extremists. You see, this is the end game. And as much as, oh, it's all swung to the right and we're winning, are we? Are we genuinely winning? Or are we demonstrating the fact that we're not what we think we are and what they say we are? You see, reveling in people's losing their jobs in the cancel culture, yeah, okay, I get it. I understand. I was part of that. But then the realisation is exactly what the left wanted. They wanted us to respond in kind. They wanted us to be just like them so they could say, see, you are what we say you are. You know, you hide behind all this moral code, but in reality, you're just an asshole like me. And if you look at it from that perspective, they have won. You see, it's like here in the UK, we have our Prime Minister who, for some unknown reason, doesn't need to go to Parliament to, and I thought he really, really should, because it's our country, our state, recognising another state, but he's decided and not actually asked the state mechanism. Not that anyone cares or anyone challenges, because he wins. They win. The whole idea is you have to step away from the fact that he's doing it. They're all working together. The Fabian Society, the Muslim Brotherhood, they're all working together. This was always going to happen. This was always the plan. This is the plan. Right, so we need digital IDs, which is the new thing, which we'll do in a separate video. So how do we create the environment to enable digital IDs to look good? We'll create a migrant crisis and then somehow try and spin it that everybody else getting a digital ID will stop them coming, which I've said before, it isn't. It's the 5 words, isn't it? Stop giving them free shit, and then they won't come. It's got nothing to do with digital. It'll stop them illegally being employed illegally. Well, clamp down on that then. But you won't. Because when they're being employed illegally, they keep wages suppressed. All part of the plan. You see, it's everything that's going on at the moment. You can see it. I'm beginning to see it. Some people will probably go, congratulations, welcome to where you needed to be. But you see, my objection against reform is the fact that you have had something created that is giving you everything that you want. Everything that you want, this party is going to give you. The media are now pushing reform all the time. So much so that other parties are now moaning that that's happening. So if the media is pushing reform and you're being told reform is the best option, and reform leaders who keep changing their minds like my wife changes period pants are telling you exactly what you want, surely that should make your alarm bells ring. Surely that would say that something isn't right here. And again, what we're doing is this is the party state. That's what reform are. Why do you think reform is being filled up with ex-conservatives, ex-Liberal Democrats, ex-Labour, They're all moving over to there too. These people haven't changed their worldviews. The latest Labour guy's gone over is a member of the Fabian Society. So your great saviour, your great hope, is full of people who put you in the position that you're in right now, led by a man who has a track record of getting what they want and then fucking off, because he never expected us to win in Brexit. That's why he left. He left because he hadn't got a plan, because he was expecting to lose. He was going to lose, nice and tight, going to lose, and then he could be the hero carrying on in the European Parliament, getting, as Ben Habib has demonstrated, over €500,000 a year. Nice cushy job, isn't it? So he was never expected, no one was expecting the British public to vote to leave. That was the thing. And if you can move past, like, oh, Nigel was our hero. No, Nigel wasn't your hero. Nigel was your mouthpiece. When he was in the Parliament, the European Parliament, giving it all that, he was your mouthpiece. He was giving you, that he was put there to give you everything that you want. And then when we won in Brexit, which no one was expecting, he left. Why? Because that wasn't part of the plan. The part of the plan was for him to be there and to be put back into the European Parliament and being the man who stands up there, so everybody who feels the same way can cheer him on without paying any attention to the fact that we've been lied to and manipulated and pushed to this point. You're being given, you must vote reform. Reform are the only option. Why is this being pushed? Why is reform the only option? There are other parties, but no one talks about them. Because you're being given your choice. You're not actually making a choice. You're not gaining anything. You're being told. Like the Charlie Kirk shooting, which is what that video was all about. Is the fact that you were told it was that lunatic on the roof in front of him who shot him, hit body armour he wasn't wearing, the bullet deflected and hit him in the throat, where as soon as I saw the throat injury, I thought that was, well, I said straight away, it was catastrophic. And then the more I thought about it, the more I tried to understand that a bullet fragment wouldn't do that much damage. But now with this new evidence, it shows that the reason it was so catastrophic was because it was the exit wound. So you're being lied to about that. You're being fed a narrative of a lone trans-loving gunman on the roof who couldn't have pulled the shot off. I mean, to say it hits body armour and fragments like that, extremely lucky, wouldn't you say? We are being systematically lied to. We are being systematically manipulated. Here in the UK, you're being given and told, as a right winger, who you should vote for. Vote for reform. Reform are the only choice you've got. They'll give you everything that you want, and they'll give you nothing. We still haven't learned, have we? And get ready for the popcorn, because that's not going to be a popular choice, a popular decision. But after all these people, you know, people, oh, we're wide awake, oh, this, that, and the other, oh, yeah, reform. You can't see how you're being manipulated into voting for a party that's full of the people that got you there in the first place. A leader who will go after 5 years. He said he's only in it for 5 years. And will install Mohammed Zia Yusuf as leader and the left wing. So the next thing will be, so what's our choice? Come on, Gobster. Give me a choice. Tell me who I'm supposed to vote for. I don't know. All I do know is I'm awake, or definitely awakening to the possibilities and the fact that we've been lied to, we will continue to lie to, and we're being manipulated. We're being given the illusion of choice. You really think that reform are going to do anything different? Do you? Really? Hand on heart? But then again, that's up to you. It's your choice. But in reality, I think we have to come to the conclusion there's no such thing as choice. What there is controlled options, is probably the better way to put it. So that's Tuesday, the 23rd of September. 2 controversial videos that will probably really piss people off. But as I always do, and always will continue to do, is give you my opinions, my version of how I see things going, and the rest of it's up to you. I can't do anything about it. That's your choice. I wish people would wake up, but I know the vast majority won't. Don't worry, I'm still going to keep going, but I understand a lot more. Any case, enough of that. Ways to support the channel down below. If you like what I'm doing and agree with what I'm saying, you can hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like and share. And I'll catch you in the next one.
You said to me that you can't stand the world you're living